Good morning, everyone. I stand here today not just to inspire you, but to ignite something deep within you. I want you to think about where you are in life and, more importantly, where you could be. If this doesn't motivate you, nothing will. Let me tell you something, life isn't waiting for you to catch up. Opportunities aren't sitting around hoping you'll notice them. They are moving, passing you by. And unless you're ready to grab them, they will leave you behind. You have to move, you have to rise. Every dream you have, every goal you set, it's all possible. But the question is, how bad do you want it? Because if you're not hungry, if you're not fighting for it, you're already losing. You see, life is about choices. You can choose to stay where you are, comfortable, familiar, safe, or you can choose to stretch, to grow, to push beyond what you think is possible. The discomfort is where your greatness lies. If this doesn't fire you up, I don't know what will. This is your moment. You have more potential than you know, but potential alone means nothing without action. So what will you do with today? What will you do with the time you've been given? Because this is your life. And if this doesn't motivate you, nothing will. Owning your story is one of the most powerful things you can do. It means taking full responsibility for where you've been, for the choices you've made, and for the person you've become. We all have a story, and it's filled with moments of joy, pain, struggle, and triumph. But too often, we let others define that story for us. We let circumstances, people, or past mistakes determine how we see ourselves and how the world sees us. It's time to change that. There is a moment in life when you realize that everything that has happened to you, every experience, every heartbreak, every success has been shaping you. And when you truly embrace your story, you realize that the power to shape your future has been inside you all along. When you own your story, you stop running from it. You stop blaming the past for where you are today. You stop hiding from the things that didn't go as planned. You stop giving others control over your narrative. You step into your truth boldly, unapologetically. You say, yes, this is where I've been. This is what I've gone through. And look at me now. Owning your story is about acknowledging that your scars make you strong, that your struggles have shaped your resilience, and that every single part of your journey is uniquely yours. No one else can walk in your shoes. No one else has lived your life. And that means no one else can tell you who you should be or how far you can go. It's easy to feel like your story is too messy, too complicated, too filled with mistakes to be worthy of sharing. But those very experiences, the ones you think disqualify you, are the ones that make you relatable, real, and inspiring. When you own your story, you show others that it's possible to rise no matter what they've been through. Your story gives you power when you embrace it fully. It's not about perfection, it's about authenticity. It's about standing in front of the world and saying, this is me, this is who I am, and I'm proud of every chapter. When you own your story, you take control of your destiny. You stop letting your past dictate your future. You start making decisions from a place of empowerment, not fear. You realize that you are not a victim of your circumstances, you are a creator of your future. So step into the fullness of your story. Wear it like a badge of honor. Let it be the fuel that drives you forward, because your story is your strength. And when you own it, you unlock the ability to create the life you've always dreamed of. Opportunity is everywhere. But so many of us miss it because we're not looking, not ready, or simply too afraid to step into it. Life presents us with windows of possibility, sometimes in the most unexpected moments. It could be a conversation with a stranger that sparks a new idea. It could be a setback that forces you to think differently. It could be a door closing which feels like the end of something, but is actually the beginning of something greater. The question isn't whether opportunity exists, the question is whether you're ready to recognize it when it comes knocking. And let me tell you something, you have to be awake for it. You have to be paying attention. Because opportunity doesn't always arrive with fanfare. It doesn't always come wrapped in exactly what you imagined. Often it looks like hard work, or it feels like risk, or it shows up disguised as a challenge. And that's why so many people miss it. They're waiting for the perfect moment, the ideal situation, the golden ticket. But here's the truth: opportunity rarely looks perfect. In fact, it usually looks like something you have to roll up your sleeves for. Recognizing opportunity requires you to see beyond the surface. It asks you to look deeper, to see potential where others only see problems. It means trusting your gut when something feels right, even if it doesn't make sense to everyone else. It means being bold enough to take a leap of faith when you don't have all the answers, and that's where so many people get stuck. They want certainty, they want a guarantee, but opportunity doesn't come with guarantees, it comes with possibilities. When you recognize an opportunity, you have to act. You can't just think about it, dream about it, or wish it into existence. You have to move. Because opportunities aren't static, they move. They evolve. And if you don't act, someone else will. The time you spend doubting or hesitating is time someone else spends seizing what could have been yours. And let's talk about timing. So many people say it's not the right time, but the truth is, there's rarely a perfect time. Waiting for the stars to align, for everything to be just right, is an excuse. It's fear disguised as caution. Life doesn't wait for you to feel ready. Opportunities will come whether you're prepared or not. The key is to trust yourself, to trust that even if you don't feel ready, you have what it takes to figure it out as you go. Because that's what opportunity demands: action, faith, and courage. When you start recognizing opportunities, you begin to see them everywhere. They're in the conversations you have, in the challenges you face, in the moments of discomfort where growth happens. Opportunities are not just the big, life-changing moments, they are also the small, everyday choices that lead you closer to your dreams. The problem is, most people are waiting for the big break, not realizing that the small, consistent opportunities are what lead to the big moments. So open your eyes, open your heart, be willing to see the possibilities that are already around you. And when you do, don't wait, don't overthink, don't let fear paralyze you, act. Because recognizing opportunity is just the first step. What you do with that opportunity, that's what will change your life. Comfort is easy, it's familiar, it's predictable. But let me tell you something, nothing extraordinary ever happens in the comfort zone. Growth, transformation, achievement, they all live on the other side of that invisible wall you've built for yourself. And that wall is made up of your fears, your doubts, and your desire to stay safe. But staying safe, staying comfortable won't get you where you want to go. It won't lead you to the life you dream of. In fact, it's keeping you stuck. We've all been there. We cling to what we know because stepping into the unknown feels terrifying. The thought of failure, of looking foolish, of not having all the answers, that's enough to keep most people in the same place for years, sometimes their whole lives. But deep down, you know that nothing great ever came from playing it safe. Every time you choose comfort over challenge, you're making a choice to stay exactly where you are. And if you want something more, if you want to reach heights you've never imagined, you have to be willing to get uncomfortable. Pushing past comfort isn't just about facing external challenges, it's about confronting the internal ones. Don't just sit with the excitement of possibility, use it as fuel. Let it push you into action. Do something no matter how small that moves you closer to your goal, because inspiration without action is just a dream. But when you take that inspiration and turn it into action, you're not just dreaming anymore, you're building, you're creating, you're changing your life. And that's when the real magic happens. No one's coming to save you. It's a hard truth, but it's one of the most powerful lessons you'll ever learn. No one is going to swoop in and fix your life, make your dreams come true, or lift you out of the challenges you face. If you're waiting for someone else to give you permission, to open doors for you, or to tell you it's your time, you'll be waiting forever. The life you want? The success you dream of? It's all on you. And once you understand that, you gain a kind of freedom, a power that comes from realizing that you hold the keys to your own future. It's tempting to believe that someone will show up with all the answers, that some external force will magically make everything fall into place. We're conditioned to think that if we just wait long enough or work hard enough, someone will recognize our efforts and reward us with the life we desire. But the truth is, no one else can live your life for you. No one else can walk your path, fight your battles, or build your dreams. That's your job. And while that might feel overwhelming, it's also incredibly liberating. Because here's the thing, once you stop waiting for someone to save you, you realize that you have the power to save yourself. You become the hero of your own story. You start taking ownership of your decisions, your actions in your life. And when you take ownership, you start moving differently. You stop looking outside of yourself for validation or permission. You stop making excuses. Instead, you take responsibility for where you are and, more importantly, where you're going. When you accept that no one's coming to save you, you stop blaming others for your circumstances. You stop waiting for the perfect opportunity, the right moment, or someone else's approval. You realize that you are the only constant in your life, and that means you have the power to change it. You are not a victim of your circumstances. You are in control of how you respond to them, how you rise above them, and how you create something better for yourself. This doesn't mean you have to do it all alone. Yes, you'll need support along the way, mentors, friends, and allies who lift you up and push you forward. But even with that support, the responsibility is still yours. No one else can put in the work for you. No one else can want it for you as much as you do. You are the one who has to show up every day, face the challenges, and keep pushing forward, even when it's hard. There will be times when you feel like the world is against you, when the weight of your struggles feels too heavy to carry. In those moments, it's easy to wish for someone to come along and make it all better. But that's not how life works. Those moments are there to test you, to see what you're made of, to show you that you are stronger than you think. And when you get through them, when you find that strength within yourself, you'll realize that you don't need anyone to save you. You've been saving yourself all along. This is your life. You get to decide how it unfolds. You get to choose whether you're going to be passive, waiting for something to change, or if you're going to take control and create the change yourself. The people who succeed in life are not the ones who wait for opportunities to come to them. They are the ones who go out and make their own opportunities. They are the ones who see a door closed in their face and find a way to build a new one. They are the ones who refuse to be defined by their circumstances because they know they have the power to rise above them. It's not about being fearless. It's about being brave enough to face your fears and move forward anyway. It's about realizing that no one else is responsible for your happiness, your success, or your fulfillment. That's on you. And once you accept that, you stop giving your power away. You stop waiting for life to happen to you, and you start making things happen for yourself. This is your wake-up call. Stop waiting for someone to save you. Stop waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect plan, or the perfect circumstances. They don't exist. What exists is the power within you, the power to take action, to make decisions, to create the life you want, one step at a time. And yes, it will be hard. There will be times when you doubt yourself, when the road feels too long, when the obstacles seem too big. But you're stronger than you know. You're capable of more than you can imagine. No one's coming to save you, and that's a gift, because it means you don't have to wait for anyone. You have everything you need within you right now to take that first step, to make that first move, to start creating the life you want. You are enough. You are capable. And once you fully step into that power, there's nothing that can stop you. The world isn't going to hand you your dreams on a silver platter. But that's okay, because you don't need it to. You have the power to build them yourself. So stop waiting. Stop hoping. Stop hoping. Stop looking outside of yourself for the answers. Look within, take a deep breath, and start. You've got this. You always have. Failure is inevitable. It's a part of life, a part of growth, and a part of success. Yet so many people spend their lives running from it, avoiding it, and fearing it as though it defines who they are. But failure is not something to be feared, it's something to be learned from. It's not the end of the road, in fact, it's often the beginning. It's in those moments of failure that we discover our true strength, resilience, and capacity to rise again. Too often, we equate failure with defeat. We think that when we fail, it means we're not good enough, that we're not capable, or that we've reached the limit of what we can achieve. But the truth is, failure is not a reflection of your worth, it's a reflection of your willingness to try. The only people who never fail are the ones who never take risks, who never put themselves out there, who stay within the confines of what's safe and comfortable. But those who dare to fail are the ones who dare to grow, to evolve, and to reach for something greater. Failure is a teacher. It shows you what doesn't work, what needs to be adjusted, and where your strengths and weaknesses lie. Every time you fail, you're given an opportunity to learn something valuable about yourself, about the process, and about what it takes to succeed. The problem isn't failure itself, the problem is the fear of failure. When you let fear stop you, when you let it keep you from trying, you're robbing yourself of the chance to learn, to grow, and to become better. The most successful people in the world didn't get there without facing failure. In fact, many of them failed more times than they succeeded. But they didn't let those failures define them. They didn't let them stop them. Instead, they used those failures as stepping stones, as lessons, as fuel to keep going. They understood that failure wasn't a reflection of their ability, but a necessary part of the process. Think about it. When you were a child learning to walk, you fell down countless times. You didn't give up after the first fall or the second or the third. You kept getting back up because somewhere deep inside you knew that falling was part of learning. You knew that each time you fell, you were getting stronger, more balanced, more prepared for the next step. That same principle applies throughout your entire life. You're going to fall, you're going to fail. But it's not the falling that matters, it's how you rise after. Failure is not something to run from, it's something to embrace. It's a sign that you're pushing yourself, that you're reaching beyond what you know, that you're willing to take risks for something greater. When you fail, it's not the end of the story, it's a chapter in the journey. And every chapter, no matter how difficult, brings you closer to the person you're meant to be and the success you're destined to achieve. But here's the key: you have to learn from your failures. It's not enough to fail and keep doing the same things over and over again, expecting different results. You have to reflect on what went wrong, what you could have done differently, and how you can improve moving forward. Failure is only valuable if you extract the lessons from it, if you use it as a tool for growth. Otherwise, it's just a missed opportunity. Learning from failure requires humility. It requires you to look at yourself honestly, to admit where you fell short, and to be willing to change. It's not easy to face your mistakes, to confront the areas where you need to grow, but it's necessary. Growth comes from discomfort. It comes from those moments when you're forced to confront the gap between where you are and where you want to be. And failure has a way of shining a light on that gap like nothing else can. But don't let failure make you feel small. Don't let it diminish your belief in yourself. Just because you fail at something doesn't mean you're a failure. It means you're human. It means you're trying. It means you're willing to risk falling down in the pursuit of something greater. And that is something to be proud of. The people who never fail are the people who never try, who never stretch themselves, who live their lives in the safety of mediocrity. But you're reaching for more. And that means failure is part of your journey. The only real failure is giving up. It's deciding that because you fell once, you're not going to get back up. That's the only way failure wins, when you let it stop you. But if you keep going, if you keep learning, if you keep pushing forward, failure becomes your greatest ally. It becomes the thing that sharpens you, that refines you, that prepares you for the success that's on the other side. So don't fear failure. Expect it. Embrace it. Learn from it. Every time you fail, remind yourself that you're one step closer to success. Every time you stumble, remember that it's part of the process. And every time you feel like giving up, remind yourself that failure is not the opposite of success, it's a part of it. The road to success is paved with failure. But if you're willing to learn from those failures, if you're willing to keep going, no matter how many times you fall, you'll find that success isn't just possible, it's inevitable. You'll get there. Just don't let fear hold you back. Let failure be the thing that fuels you forward. Who you surround yourself with matters more than you can imagine. The people in your life either lift you up or pull you down. They either inspire you to become better, or they hold you back in the comfort of mediocrity. If you want to grow, if you want to succeed, you need to surround yourself with people who are on the same path, who are striving for more, who challenge you to be the best version of yourself. Growth doesn't happen in isolation. It's cultivated by the energy, the ideas, and the mindsets of those you allow into your world. The people closest to you are a reflection of where you are in life. If you look around and see negativity, complacency, or people who are content to stay where they are, you'll find yourself stuck in the same space. Energy is contagious. When you're surrounded by people who are growing, evolving, and constantly pushing the boundaries of what's possible, you can't help but be influenced by that. Their drive, their passion, their hunger for more rubs off on you. It pushes you to raise your standards, to think bigger, to reach beyond what you thought was possible. You need people who challenge you, people who don't let you settle for less than you're capable of, people who see your potential even when you don't. It's easy to surround yourself with people who agree with everything you say, who never push back, who are content with where they are. But comfort doesn't lead to growth. Growth comes from being uncomfortable, from being around people who challenge your ideas, who push you out of your comfort zone, and who expect more from you. Think about the conversations you have with the people in your life. Are they focused on growth, on solutions, on what's next, or are they stuck in complaints, in gossip, in what's wrong with the world? The conversations you engage in reflect the level of thinking that's happening in your circle. When you're surrounded by people who are focused on growth, those conversations become about ideas, opportunities, and progress. They become a breeding ground for creativity, innovation, and forward movement. But when you're surrounded by people who are stuck in negativity, those conversations drag you down. They keep you locked in a mindset that is small, limited, and stagnant. You need to be around people who inspire you, people who are doing things that excite you, that make you want to level up, that remind you that you are capable of more. These are the people who motivate you just by being in their presence. They don't have to say a word. Their actions, their achievements, their energy speak for themselves. They remind you of what's possible when you're dedicated, focused, and unwilling to settle for anything less than your best. But it's not just about being inspired, it's about accountability. Growth doesn't happen in a vacuum. It happens when you have people in your life who hold you accountable to your goals, who check in on your progress, and who remind you of what you're working toward when you feel like giving up. These are the people who won't let you quit, who won't let you make excuses, who won't let you shrink back into the shadows when things get tough. They remind you of your power, of your vision, and they push you to keep going, even when it's hard. Surrounding yourself with growth means being intentional about the relationships you cultivate. It means being willing to let go of relationships that no longer serve you, that keep you stuck, or that drain your energy. This can be hard, especially when those relationships are with people you care about, people you've known for years. But your growth is too important to be sacrificed for the sake of comfort or familiarity. You have to be willing to put yourself in environments that nurture your growth, even if it means stepping away from the environments that hold you back. It's also about being open to learning from others. Growth is not just about surrounding yourself with people who are already where you want to be. It's about being in the company of those who are willing to learn, to adapt, to evolve alongside you. These are the people who are constantly seeking new knowledge, new perspectives, and new ways of thinking. When you surround yourself with learners, you become a learner. When you surround yourself with people who are curious, who are always looking to improve, you find yourself growing in ways you didn't even realize were possible. Remember, you are the sum of the people you spend the most time with. If you want to grow, to succeed, to become the best version of yourself, you need to surround yourself with people who embody the qualities you want to cultivate. Look for people who are driven, who are constantly evolving, who push themselves and others to be better. These are the people who will inspire you to stretch beyond your limits, who will help you see new possibilities, and who will support you in your journey toward growth. Growth is a choice. It's something you have to commit to every day. And part of that commitment is choosing to surround yourself with people who reflect the life you want to create, the mindset you want to adopt, and the growth you want to achieve. When you surround yourself with growth, you create an environment where progress is inevitable. You create a space where you can thrive, where you can be challenged, where you can become the person you're meant to be. Surround yourself with growth and watch how it transforms not only your mindset, but your entire life. You control your destiny. The moment you realize this truth is the moment your life changes forever. This is not merely a catchy phrase, it is a profound realization that empowers you to take charge of your life, your choices, and your future. Each one of us has the power to shape our own path, to determine the direction we take, and to decide how we respond to the challenges that come our way. When you accept that you are the architect of your own life, you free yourself from the confines of circumstance and place yourself firmly in the driver's seat. Think about it. So often we allow life to happen to us. We become passive participants in our own stories, letting external circumstances dictate our actions, our thoughts, and even our self-worth. We might find ourselves blaming others for where we are, pointing fingers at our jobs, our families, or the economy. But this mindset keeps us trapped in a cycle of victimhood, where we relinquish our power and allow the world to dictate our outcomes. The truth is that while we cannot control everything that happens to us, we can control how we respond. That's where our power lies. You have the ability to choose your response to every situation, to take responsibility for your reactions, and to create meaning from your experiences. The challenges you face are not just obstacles, they are opportunities for growth, learning, and transformation. When you encounter adversity, you can choose to let it defeat you or to let it inspire you. You can choose to wallow in self-pity or to rise up, determined to turn the situation into a stepping stone toward your goals. This is where you reclaim your power and take control of your destiny. Taking control of your destiny also means being intentional about your choices. Every decision you make, no matter how small, contributes to the larger narrative of your life. When you wake up in the morning, you have the power to choose how you want to start your day. Will you choose positivity, gratitude, and purpose, or will you succumb to negativity, doubt, and lethargy? Each choice sets the tone for the rest of your day and ultimately your life. Imagine your life as a canvas. You are the artist, and every brushstroke represents a choice you make. Some strokes may be bold and vibrant, while others may be subtle and quiet. But each one contributes to the masterpiece that is your life. The colors you choose, the techniques you employ, and the emotions you convey all reflect your personal vision. This is why it's so important to choose wisely. When you consciously select the colors of your life, joy, resilience, determination, you create a vibrant and fulfilling existence. But remember, controlling your destiny is not just about the grand decisions, it's also about the little things. It's about the way you talk to yourself, the habits you cultivate, and the environments you create. Are you surrounding yourself with people who uplift you, challenge you, and inspire you to be better? Are you engaging in activities that nourish your soul and bring you closer to your goals? Every small decision builds on the last, and together they create the trajectory of your life. One of the most powerful ways to take control of your destiny is to set clear, achievable goals. When you define what you want in life, whether it's in your career, relationships, or personal growth, you create a roadmap for your journey. Goals provide direction, and they help you focus your energy on what truly matters to you. But it's not just about setting goals, it's about taking action toward them every single day. It's about showing up for yourself, even when the path is challenging or the outcome is uncertain. Embrace the discomfort that comes with stepping outside of your comfort zone. Growth often happens when you push yourself to try something new, to take a risk, and to venture into the unknown. This is where the magic lies, in the willingness to confront your fears, to learn from your mistakes, and to adapt along the way. Each step you take into the unknown is a testament to your belief in your ability to shape your own destiny. And let's talk about resilience. Life will throw challenges your way, that's a given. You will encounter setbacks, failures, and moments of doubt. But it's how you respond to these challenges that defines your journey. When you face adversity with courage and determination, you not only strengthen your resolve, but also gain invaluable lessons that shape your character. Resilience is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. It's the ability to pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and keep moving forward, no matter how many times you fall. The people you surround yourself with play a crucial role in your journey. Seek out those who inspire you, who challenge you to be better, and who believe in your potential even when you doubt yourself. Surrounding yourself with growth-oriented individuals creates an environment where your dreams can flourish. These relationships are the support system you need when times get tough, reminding you that you are not alone in your pursuit of greatness. In the end, controlling your destiny is a lifelong journey. It requires intention, self-reflection, and a commitment to your growth. It's about understanding that you have the power to write your own story, to craft your own narrative, and to design a life that reflects your deepest values and aspirations. You are the author of your life, and every day is an opportunity to create a new chapter filled with purpose, passion, and possibility. So embrace this truth: you control your destiny. Own it. Take charge of your choices, your mindset, and your actions. Step boldly into the future you envision for yourself, and remember that every moment is a chance to shake your path. The world is full of possibilities, and you are the one who gets to decide which ones you will pursue. Be fearless, be relentless, and never forget that the power to create the life you desire lies within you. Now get up and get moving, because if this doesn't motivate you, nothing will.